What is happening, everyone? It's your boy Alfie Man here with another video for you today. Yes, and it's my top 5. All right, this is my top 5. Before I did my top 5 least favorite bosses in Salmon Run, like the most least annoying bosses in Salmon Run. But now I'm going for the happy, positive ones now. The happy, positive ones. So, and those probably my favorites. Yeah, my favorite ones in Salmon Run. So this top 5, it's going to be like there's going to be like bosses and also some of the things in Salmon Run. So, my favorite ones. So here are my top 5 favorite bosses slash rounds, events, round events in Salmon Run of all time. My favorite. So if you like this video, make sure to comment down below, like and subscribe, and please hit that notification so you won't miss any of the details and talking stuff that I have going on in the future. So just for a reference, But either way, for respect, coming in at number 5 is the Steelhead. All right. Get that out of the way. The Steelhead. If you don't know what the Steelhead is, that's the boss from Salmon Run. It has like the face and like coming out of his forehead, it's like a big old splat bomb out of his head. Just throw it at you. And it's like a self-destruct, like 3 seconds. It's like, pa! That's what a Steelhead is. Let me break it down to the worst one first. The worst. Alright. When you're covered in ink, like when you're covered in green ink, and you were trying to get away from that big old splat bomb that the Steelhead throw at you, sometimes it's getting annoying. But if you don't run away from it, you will easily get splat. So I'd rather you be careful and run away from it. That's just my thing. Now for the good one. All right. For all you Splatoon fans out there, please stand up. Because this is serious and good. If you have one Steelhead, right? If you have one Steelhead and just aim at you and trying to aim at you, sometimes it's really helpful. If he's trying to throw the big old splat bomb out of his head, the only reason to get rid of it, if there's like a lot of bosses, like your least favorite bosses, the stringer, all the minions together. But here's the best part. If the Steelhead, pops, like trying to pop out a big old splat bomb out of his head, sometimes it's helpful to have a long range gun. My opinion is Splattershot Pro, those long range dualies, etc. Some good ones, very good ones, and even some good snipers as well. Very good snipers as well. And probably splat rollers too. My favorite splat rollers. But if there's like a lot of enemies, right? Right when I said it. If there's a lot of enemies and bosses and there's a steel eel there. No, not a steel eel, steelhead, right? Steelhead. And he's trying to summon the a big old splat bomb at you, right? Out of his head. If you shoot it, like, if you shoot it, pow, all the enemies are gone. And that is the good part. All the enemies are gone. And then you have the power eggs. Then you got the power eggs to collect. So every salmon you killed, you get power eggs and probably stuff. But this is really helpful. Sometimes using a special helps as well too. Any special that helps too with the steelhead. So if he summoned a splat, like a big old splat bomb, I'd rather you shoot it and just destroyed it. If there's like a lot of minions, that's even better. So the steelhead is my top 5 favorite boss in Salmon Run. Real talk. Not even joking. So steelhead is number 5. So coming into number 4 is the maw. The maws. Yes, the maws. Number 4 is the maws. What I like about those bosses, that bosses, is because it's just going after a player. And he's underneath the ground. And if he goes closer to you, there's a green circle appears. I'd rather you run away. Rather you run away from it. And you'll be fine. But if it happens, here's the best part. The maws, I always get followed by maws. Real talk in the gameplays of Salmon Run. Real talk. And if it's trying to bite you, the only thing to destroy that Maws boss in Salmon Run is to throw a splat bomb at it at the right time. So if you see a yellow-green circle, throw the splat bomb at it. And when he eats that splat bomb, boom, explode. You got the 3 golden eggs. And that's probably my favorite, also my favorite boss ever. Because it's very easy for me because I love those bosses. Those are like my favorite bosses and I just grab them, you know. Even when I have the least favorite weapons, which is what? The E-Lengther and the Dynamo Splat Roller. I just let them come after me, you know. That's just my thing. And that's the reason about it. So the Maws, number 4 favorite boss in Salmon Run. Real talk. So remember that advice, guys, for all you Splatoon fans. Coming in at number 3 is the fog section. Like, you know, when you complete a level or started a first wave round Salmon Run gameplay, the game, sometimes the sky turns very dark. And you want to know why it's very dark? It's because something is about to happen. And you had to be alert. My favorite one in Salmon Run, when it's all fogged up and you had to, you know, find the bosses or the minions and stuff like that, you know, to grab some golden eggs. Coming in at number 3 is the fog. So the reasons why I say that is because so if you find like some bosses or something like that, but out of nowhere, there's a Goldie salmon. Remember that. There's a Goldie salmon. If you say this way to your friends, they will follow you and they will, you know, glide you to this boss and just destroy it. So my favorite part about the Goldie salmon, the golden salmon, in the fogginess is when you have a good weapon or a decent weapon and you splat it. Sometimes when you destroyed the Goldie salmon, sometimes you get the worst part, you get like one golden egg. But if you're very lucky, if you're super lucky, sometimes it'll give you like 5 golden eggs or maybe like 7 golden eggs in Salmon Run. And that is the best part. That is literally the best part. And that's why I like about the fog of Goldie, because of that. If the whole place is fog, you know how it goes. So the fog and Goldie, number 3 are my favorite. So gotta put them in the thing, put them in the neck for Mr. Grisro. Real talk. For respect. He just can't get enough of the golden eggs. He just obsessed with the golden eggs, and I don't blame him. So coming in at number 2 of my favorite event slash boss. Number 2 is the event one. My second favorite event when the thing goes dark is the when they summon the cannons. Yeah, the cannons. That's like my second favorite. When it's like when the whole sky is very dark and and you see like 2 or 3 cannons, that's the best part. When they have the cannon in Salmon Run, it's the best one, because when you see a lot of big old chubby salmons with the big frying pans, it's hard to like destroy them. Even when you splat them as much as you can, it's kind of annoying. I know how it feels. But if you use the cannon, you get like so much power eggs. Plus, you will eat the cannons are really good to get rid of the bosses. Your most annoying bosses. Like my number 1 least favorite is the flyfish. If I shoot it with the cannon, bah! Easily get 3 golden eggs. Or the stringer, the tall neck one, spraying at you. If you shoot the cannon, boom, easily dead. That's the best part of that about that. And probably the scratter, which is the race car salmon, etc. The list goes on. I just love how they bring the cannons and you shoot them, and that's the best part. And it's always been my second favorite. When it's like very dark and nighttime in Salmon Run, that's the best part. So, real talk. So, that's number 2 on my list. And now, number 1. Coming in at number 1. My number 1 best favorite event in Salmon Run. And it's always my number 1 favorite. And this is also when it's like when the place is like very dark, like super dark in like the first round, or maybe the second round, or maybe the third round of Salmon Run. My number 1 favorite event in Salmon Run is hands down the mothership. Number 1 is the mothership. Because, bruh, you see those flying salmons carrying those little boxes, and and when they drop it down and fly away, those boxes have minions inside of them, and they will come out of the box. But if you shoot them, they won't go after you. The best part The best part about that is when you shoot the flying salmon that holding the big box, if you shot him, you get a golden egg. Right off the bat, you get a golden egg. And then you just put it in the net, like put it in the thing, the bucket or something. That is always my favorite, you know? Like you killed like bunch of flying salmons, you got bunch of golden eggs. That's the best part. Also, but there's a little worse part. Sometimes that mothership will come and grab the golden eggs out of the bucket that you just put it in, you know, or the catcher, etc. But the thing about it is you had to shoot it. You shoot the big mothership so he won't take all of the golden eggs. But the best part, if the mothership gonna steal the golden eggs that you put in the bucket thing, if you have a special, right? If you have like the stringer spray, the stringer spray special in Splatoon 2, and you just aim it at him, all of the golden eggs will just right in front of you, hands down. And that is the best part. You just keep grabbing it and put it in the net or bucket / bucket. Boom, 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 boom. And then you're done. Then you're literally done. So that is my #1 favorite. I love the mothership. The mothership is always my #1 favorite when I play Salmon Run because it's super fun and it's awesome. So that is my #1, guys. So those are my top 5 favorite bosses / dark events in Splatoon 2. What is your top 5 favorite? What is your top 5 favorite bosses and events? Please comment down below, and also make sure to hit that notification. So that's it for today, guys. It's your boy Alfie Man XXX96 here. Deuces.